Hi, hello, and welcome to yet another episode of IPL Tidbits with Gully Cricket. So, Shash, I
Yeah,
hope you're finally happy that RCB have beaten CSK, and more so because you've been asking for the inclusion of Lomro since the beginning, and now that he's getting
yeah,
chances, is making the most out of it.
correct. I mean, if I have to be really honest, I'm relieved that they managed to win because they've thrown away a few games like this recently itself, if I have to be honest. Yeah, like they did get to a competitive total, I would say. Though I felt they were still like 15-20 runs short on that pitch. Uh, Thanks to the exploits at the end by Lomror and DK as well. That
Hmm.
was a very important review, like in the last over, because it looked out for all money when Pretorius got him out LB. But then it seems like we had the luck on our side. The ball was just pitching just inches outside or like let's say the half part of the ball. So then Karthik made sure that he got us a few runs in the end, and that proved to be the difference, I would say, because Tikshana had produced such a amazing penultimate over, because we lost 3 wickets and we hardly got any runs. So it was very important. I was actually looking at a total of like 180 plus at the start of the 18th over. But yeah, saying that there are certain people who continue to be disappointing as well, and I don't know how RCB is planning to, you know, do they have any idea? Is what I'm just thinking, because how long is it acceptable that a player of a particular class keeps underperforming like this and also is hampering the team's progress? Is my question. You run out an informed batsman, because of your desperation to get a single, because you're not able to get the boundaries, you're not able to score those big runs. And because if I have to be very critical, like we are not doing well in the middle phases. It seems like RCB just struggles, when the spinners come on. The middle overs has been absolutely pathetic. It's only because of the finishes that we have got that we've been able to get to good scores or win matches. So Dhoni knew that if we got a spinners, like in the game, that's what happened as well in the middle overs. Uh, so I think that was a very important partnership between Patidar and Lomror as well to stabilize things there. Yeah, but saying that, I mean, Virat, how many times have you seen him get out like that? It's like I would say like he has one of the worst techniques for people whom you call like the modern day greats. Again, spin especially is what I'm referring to. You can probably check the number of dismissals or how many times he's got out to the likes of Rashid and Moeen Ali. So that sort of says it. I think I remember in a test match as well, he got out the exact way like how he got out yesterday, and he looks very surprised. I don't know what is surprising. It's just a straight, like an off spinner stock delivery, which comes in. It's not a dusra. It's not a one that straightens. It's just poor technique that is being shown on display. So and scoring at that strike rate is not going to help the team as well. Uh, so these are certain issues that how RCB are going to fix is my question, because coming to the business end of the tournament, it's just a matter of one or two slip ups, all right, for you to just lose the game. So yeah, that is what I would like to conclude.
All right. So now we have three more games to go, and it's very important to win all three. But coming to the bowling, after RCB got a fiery start, CSK bowlers did a good job, didn't they? Especially the spinners in like 8 to 11th over and Tikshana at the end. So they did a good job, right?
Definitely, that's what I mentioned, right? Like it's if you see the stats, like Punjab has been one of the teams which has the lowest averages playing spin, especially in the middle overs. I think RCB won't be far behind, because this is a pattern that I've seen over the years. All right, uh, it's something like where they struggle. It's not like Jadeja is not world class spinner or something. He's a good spinner. He's a very useful, very good spinner actually, but then it's not like you can't attack him or something like that. He's not a Rashid Khan or a Sunil Narayan, even Moin Ali for the matter of fact. I can understand Tikshana is a bit of a unknown commodity, and he's very accurate with his line and length. So this is where, as I mentioned, like credit to the CSK bowlers. I think they had their plans. All right. You saw that the RCB got off to a pretty good start in the power play, but then all that momentum was lost in the next 4-5 overs. So this is a major roadblock for us if we have to look at things in the going ahead in the tournament. So how we are going to counter that? That is what is going to define the results that we will get. But saying that, yeah, Chennai spinners did definitely do a good job in the middle overs.
All right. Now moving on to the second inning, let's talk about RCB's bowling now. So we have two power play specialists, Siraj and Hazelwood. Both are right arm fast, both bowling in the power play. But at the end of power play, Hazelwood had an economy of just three, but Siraj had almost four times that. So is it something concerning? What is it that is different?
I Yes, definitely. I mean, he's not been at his best this season, if I have to be honest. Because why didn't you see him bowl at the death? That shows the
Hmm.
lack of confidence that the skipper has, or rather, he has in his bowling. He was so good last year, like we thought, like because he had a fantastic time with the Indian team as well, where he made very vital contributions in the wins against Australia and England. So you thought that this guy is, coming of age, but then it just seems like he's not able to land where he wants to land the ball. So that is a bit of a concern, because he's not been getting wickets either. He's going for runs. So what role is Siraj playing? You have people like Siddharth Kaul, who has a lot of experience as well. Would it be a case in consideration? Because you're not going to get any batting exploits from Siraj. So might as well think of some other option, because you just can't have non-performers playing for a long time, and especially when it matters the most, because you are lagging behind in points compared to other teams.
All right. So now before we move on to today's match, I've added another segment. Whenever I don't agree with the man of the match, I'll shoot a question at you here. So Lomro scored at 27 ball 42, and then I think Max's two wickets at an economy of less than six was something that was hampered CSK's run scoring. So do
Yeah.
you think it should still have gone to Harshal Patel for his 3 for 35?
Well, that's again a tricky question, is what I would say. I mean, uh, he did take wickets, all right,
Hmm?
in the end, but don't you? I think Maxwell wickets were very crucial, if you ask me, because that sort of turned the game towards our favor. If either one of Uthappa or Raidu would have got stuck in, that was game over there itself. So I feel it could have been either given to Maxwell or even Lomror, considering that he came in at a difficult situation, and with a lot of pressure there, I would say, because all your so-called big guns are out, and and yeah, you have young people trying to take the mantle and share the responsibility, where DK is known for his finishing act. So I think that was an excellent knock. Again. The shots that he played is what impressed me. He knew the field. Like for example, that one I think sweep of was it Pretorius, I guess, where he hit it behind in between the fine leg and the square leg. He pierced the gap really well. Or even that flat six that he hit of I think Pretorius again.
Pretorius, yeah.
So these were again like shots that you don't expect like normal batsmen to hit. So this guy definitely has talent, and he can also bowl as well. I don't know why RCB has not, considering the pitch was spinning, just to give him one over and see what he does. So this guy can give you a lot of options. He's a very good fielder, and I feel RCB should back him in the future.
Exactly. So that's it. Like for man of the match contest as well, one person had commented Maxwell, but I think that was before the match, thinking he would bat well, but it was Maxi who bowled well, and unfortunately nobody got it right again in our contest. We had a lot of
Correct.
comments for Lomror and even one for Ruturaj, but unfortunately nothing worked out. So Shaz, let's move on to today's game. We have the Deccan Charger, no, Delhi Capitals taking on the Sunrisers Hyderabad, DC.
Yeah.
So now we know the impact play for DC, who is David Warner, and he'll be playing against SRH after a long, long time. I think after 20, 39 years. So what do you think, Shaz? Will he have some score to settle?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, I mean, definitely seems like he will have some score to settle, considering the treatment that was meted out to him in the last season. There were so many rumors or like stories that went because he was not even there in the team bus. He was
Hmm.
there in left in the team hotel, which is very unfair, I would say, because a player of his stature, especially in the T20 format, should have been treated in a better manner, irrespective of what his form was, or whatever the disputes that they had with the management, all right, because that sort of really pulls down a player's confidence, is what I feel. Everyone goes through rough phases, no doubt, but then there is a way you got to deal or handle with those situations, is what I feel. That's where the SRH team management failed. And yeah, I mean, now he's back with the Delhi Capitals. So I think he had played there, as you said, 2013 or something, until the, yeah. So yeah, it will be an interesting battle if at all he faces Umran Malik. How will the youngster go against him? Because both are very attacking players in their own fields. So it'll be exciting if he does last until Umran Malik comes to the crease.
All right. Now, before I move to the final question, I'd like to ask if do you think SRH has really been tested? Because when batting, Williamson hasn't really fired. They've been highly reliant on Abhishek Sharma or Markram, and even Tripathi and Puran chipping in bits. And also, Kane has been winning all the tosses, and he's been chasing in almost all the games. So, have they really been tested going into the
No,
playoffs?
I would just like to say that Tripathi has done more than his bit.
Mhm.
He's that kind of a player who doesn't mind sacrificing his wicket for the team. These are the type of players that I actually like. He might not come into the limelight, but he has been a crucial factor for SRH winning many games. Because see, Williamson is not someone who will get going from the word go, because that's not his style of play. All right. So sometimes his way of playing can hamper the team's progress. But Tripathi is there to do that. Like he's there to take care of those quick runs that you want to get. So yeah, and Puran chipping in also, or like let's say playing some useful knocks is definitely going to do confidence for him now that he's also been named the T20 skipper of the Windies. So that adds added responsibility. Uh, yeah, I mean, traditionally SRH has been a very bowling reliant team, but I think they have done well so far. To win so many games on a trot, considering that they had a very slow start, you can sort of say that. So yeah, I think as I said, like maybe is there a case for Williamson to come in the middle overs, like when the spinners are playing, so that will suit his game where he likes to nudge and rotate the ball, and maybe let Tripathi go and have some fun in the power play because he's used to that. And if you lose a wicket anyway, it's going to come within the first 2 or 3 overs. So why not? And you have a left-right combination, attacking combination in Tripathi and Abhishek Sharma. I think that will lend a lot more balance, is what I feel to the team.
All right. So, moving on to the final question. Both are coming off losses. So, which team do you think will win tonight?
Uh, Again, where are they playing this?
Mumbai, I think Brabourne.
Brabant. Yeah, Brabant. So, I mean, considering the dimensions, these are like slightly bigger boundaries, right? On some of the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter for big hitters like Raman Powell or maybe even Rishabh Pant, you can sort of say. Uh, just to go by the stats in the sense that SRH have won more games, I would say they would have a slight edge over Delhi. Uh, yeah, but saying that Delhi would definitely be hungry to get a win and put themselves in contentions for the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to watch.
All right. So, Delhi winning will also make the points table more interesting. So, with that, we'll end today's video, Shash. So,
Yeah,
moving on to the man of the match contest, we already told who's the winner. There's nobody.
yeah,
So, for the viewers tonight, can you please tell the rules once?
yeah. Guys, please subscribe first. Is what I would say. Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's simple. Within the start of the first ball of the second innings, you need to predict who your man of the match is. Guess based on how the innings or the first team has played, and then hope that your prediction comes true and you stand a chance to win an Amazon voucher worth 200 rupees.
Okay. So, yeah. So, keep commenting, do subscribe and share the video and enjoy cricket. Cheers.
Yes.